Alright gainers, welcome back, and to today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys, especially the teens out there, my workout routine and what I believe is the best workout routine to get the gains for the teens. Basically, I'm going to be explaining my route split, how I go about my training, and how I recommend people do it. Now, I follow a 6-day split, which I believe is the most optimal for me, but depending on your time management, how much you could think, how you think you're going to be able to stick to your routine and stuff, you either want to be doing this 3 times a week or 6 times a week. Now, I do this 6 times a week. It's going to be legs and shoulders day 1, chest and triceps day 2, back and biceps, and then I'm going to repeat them again. Now, on the first 3 days of the week, I do focus more on powerlifting. So this is going to be the compound lifts, back squat, overhead press, barbell bench press, and I'm gonna be and deadlifts. I'm gonna be taking those heavy sets of like 1 to 5. Very heavy for powerlifting more. And then on the second 3 days of the week, I'm gonna be doing more bodybuilding prioritized. So that's gonna be a more 5 to 8 reps for those heavy compounds. Now let's get into what I actually do for each day. So for day 1, which is gonna be legs and shoulders, I'll put up like my routine up here somewhere, and in the description below you guys can click on it and see my full workout routine, like what I do. Basically, I'm gonna start off with heavy barbell back squats. Now for day 1, power building more focused, sets of 1 to 5 reps. And then after that, I do different isolated movements, whether that's leg extensions, hamstring curls, seated calf raises, stuff like that. Now the reason I put legs and shoulders together instead of putting a normal push-pull leg split with shoulders with chest and triceps is because I personally believe I want really big shoulders, I want decent legs, I don't want massive legs, I just want to be strong and have aesthetic legs. So personally, I felt like legs didn't need a whole day, and I could and because I want bigger shoulders, I just ran out of time training shoulders, chest, and triceps all at the same time. So I separated the shoulders from the chest and triceps, put on leg day. Now when it comes to shoulder training for that day, always start with the barbell overhead press. That's your main one. You could do this seated or standing. I like to do a standing because it engages the core and also works your lateral delt a little more than your front delt. And we want the lateral delts for that like big like width on our delts. And yeah. So basically I do that, and then I follow it different isolated movements, whether that's lateral raises, front raises, overhead press, dumbbells, face pulls, rear delt, like there's just, the list goes on. So in that sense, stick with the heavy compounds at first, and then afterwards play around with the isolated movements that you like. When I do the compounds, I don't really focus my muscle connection, go heavy, progressive overload. If you guys get one thing out of this video, is progressive overload. Write down your list, whether that's in your notebook, on your phone, something. Write it down and make sure you're adding weight every time, adding reps every time. Do some sort. When it comes to the compounds, I try to add 5 pounds every time, so 2.5 on each side. And when it comes to the isolated movements, I'll add reps each time. And then once I get to a certain rep range, which is like 15, I add weight and drop it back down to 10. And when I'm doing isolated, it's more mind-muscle connection. I'm trying to feel the squeeze a little bit and just get the blood flowing. And I'm doing more hypertrophy training in the isolated portion. Now, when it comes to chest day 1, this is going to be, again, powerlifting focus. So chest, I'm going to start off with the barbell bench press, which is going to be the main compound. Sets of 1 to 5 reps, going really heavy, pushing it on this, progressive overloading. Now, I don't take it to failure if I don't need to. I only try to progressive overload, but a lot of the times by progressive overloading, my sets are taken to failure. So yeah, don't be afraid of training to failure, guys. As a teen, we have high testosterone and growth hormone. We can recover really quickly, so don't worry about overtraining too much. Unless you feel like you're going to get an injury or you feel just overtrained, don't worry about it. You're most likely fine. So yeah, do the heavy barbell bench press. That's a 1 to 5. Then go to isolated movements. My favorite one, incline bench, cable flies, chest press, dumbbell flies, dumbbell pullover. Pec deck is also a really good one for the contractions of the pecs. And yeah, then I go to tricep training, which is going to be skull crushers, close grip bench, overhead extensions, tricep push down. Now, basically in all the isolated movements, especially machine movements, they're taking the failure. Everyone. Triple drop sets, double drop sets, like just running the machine all the way down. It's what you guys got to do. You got to be pushing yourself to failure. Train harder than last time, like Greg just says. Just train hard, okay, guys? So, progressive overload, train hard, and make a routine for yourself. Follow your routine. That's going to help you get good results. Now, when it comes to my third day of lifting, which is going to be my back and bicep training, I only deadlift once a week, and I deadlift on my pull day too. So for this day, I actually don't deadlift. I'm just going to be focusing for back training on like lat pull down, seated cable row, one arm dumbbell row, just different sorts of machine shrugs I like doing. A lot of supersets. I superset like the shrugs with a machine row. I superset pull down machine with a upright chest supported row. So lots of supersets, lots of drop sets, lots of going to failure, just pushing yourself in the gym, training hard. Then when it comes to the bicep portion of the training, I start off by doing easy bar curls, and I basically do like a pump work set. So it's going to be 4 sets with only like 20 to 30 seconds rest in between, just really quick, it's just to start off and get a pump. And then I basically go to concentration curls, hammer curls, regular curls, just different curl variation, cable curls, and just take those failure, again, triple drop sets and stuff like that. So my exact exercises will be in the link in the description if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, now I'll just briefly talk about the differences between days 1 and days 2. Days 2, again, heavier focused, so my compounds are going to be a little heavier. Sometimes I try to mix up a little bit of the isolated movements, but not much. I stick to the ones that I enjoy and feel work the best for me. And then on my last pull day 2, I do deadlift, which is something I don't do on day 1. And the deadlift, again, is more powerlifting focused, so it's heavier weight, less reps. Like sets, I do a set of 1, set of 3, set of 5, set of 8. That's basically my training routine. Now, if you guys want to follow something like this, start off maybe 3 times a week if you're a brand new beginner. If you're experienced, or what I was doing is I was doing calisthenics before I joined the gym. If you're doing that, just hop into a 6 days a week routine. Make sure to try to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Eat high protein, and try to be in a surplus of calories, assuming you're not like overweight. Try to eat maybe 300 to 500 calories extra is what I go for, and that just helps with recovery, helps you build muscle faster. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know your guys' workout routines that you follow down below and what you think helped you get the best results, and keep getting those gains.